After the holidays, everything feels a little turned upside down. The schedule, the house, the energy levels, all of it. If your family is struggling to get back on track, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share some simple, realistic ways that you can help your family reset after the holidays, especially if you're a neurodivergent household where transitions are hard for everyone.
Raising neurodivergent kids is messy, beautiful, and a lot. I'm Mary Ellen Yates, and this is Growing Together, Neurodiversity at Home. Let's figure it out together.
Okay, let's start with lowering the bar where good enough is right now. So that means once the holidays are over, take at least that first week to slowly transition back into regular life and not just jump right in. Morning time routine. They might not have the same deadline. They might be able to do it a little slower and get up and get moving. For school, we might just stick to the basics of language arts and math and let history and science wait another week. Or add one in and then 1 week and then add the other in the other week until we get our stamina for doing all the subjects again. Another way we can ease in is only doing the absolutely necessary appointments. So we do our regular appointments, we have a light day of school, and then maybe the following week start adding in play dates and extra appointments. And this will hopefully minimize some of the meltdowns with your kids getting overstimulated by having their expectations growing again after they've had some downtime. If you're able, also with having a lighter load, try to get outside more. Being outside in the sun can help with energy levels a lot. So take more walks, let them use their bikes or their scooters or whatever, and you leisurely walk in the neighborhood if you have that opportunity. Also, maybe make bedtimes a little earlier if they tolerate that, or have more time doing bedtime where we read a little more and just cuddle a little more and make that an enjoyable experience. Also, eventually you're going to need to reset your environment. And so, ways that you can do this, instead of tackling your whole house at once, start with zones. We're going to work on the kitchen today, and we're going to work as a family and as a team, and we're going to get the kitchen back to what our usual standards are. And then that's all for the day. The next day, maybe we're picking up the living room. Next day, maybe the bedrooms. This will help everyone regulate more with not having the extra clutter around. So to make this zone cleaning manageable, I often put on music. I also have a Ziploc bag full of strips of paper with fun activities or things that the kids like as motivators. Some ideas would be extra outside time, extra screen time, playing a game. And then if they pick that strip, then we have a commitment to try to do that activity as soon as possible. Another one that my kids need is a body double. If I say, go clean that room, and I go do something else, they're not going to do it. They need me there either helping them or doing something nearby so that they can see me working and see me also there. Timers also work, or sometimes I have them count. I give them a number that they have to get up to clean, and then they're done. Me and my husband also work on the shared spaces first and then work on our personal private areas. So we want to make that as manageable and as have the least amount of sensory overload in those places, since we're all there a lot of the time, so that we can enjoy that space again. So the first step is just to make sure we're picking up all the clutter. Definitely make it into manageable chunks. And if motivation is really low, it's okay to take a day off of school to have a reset day. Sometimes you just need those days where that's the only requirement. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take sensory breaks. It's okay for them to go do jumping jacks, run around, go on the trampoline, do some yoga poses, read a book. I'm also often keeping the meals minimal so that I have the energy to get the other things done. Let's talk about how parents can emotionally reset themselves. Remember, you're the ones that set the tone for the home. So if you're not able to reset, it's going to be way harder for your kids to reset. So what are some things you can do? Arrange with your spouse to take a day to reset just yourself and to go do your own thing. If your executive function is low and you're having a hard time managing all things, do a brain dump, write down everything that you need to do, and then just let those things go for a while and just have a goal for the next day to pick one of those things. Also, avoid comparison. When you see all these people with these resolutions and whatnot, Congratulate them. That's awesome that they have the energy to try to do those things. Change is good. But it's okay if that's not where you're at. Everyone has different seasons of life and different home lives. So instead of creating all these resolutions that often fizzle out very quickly, because let's face it, neurodivergent people like to go strong and make all these commitments, but then it's really hard to maintain it. Write one actionable thing that you can do, not the big goal that makes you do 20 new things, just the one thing. Like you would like to eat healthier. Maybe you have a commitment to cut more vegetables because your family will eat it more if you have more cut vegetables. And then maybe in a few months, once you feel like you have that, then add something else. Also, instead of doing a resolution at all, maybe pick a word that you want for a goal for yourself or your family. Like my goal is to have a calm home. And most of the things that I choose to do in my home is with that goal in mind. So things that I do to accomplish that goal is I often plan ahead so that there aren't surprises and meltdowns. I have a lot of systems in place to help things be more convenient for everyone, to have regular routines so that everyone knows what to expect. And remember, to start small, be flexible, and your rhythm will eventually return naturally. I'm Mary Ellen Yates, and this is Growing Together, Neurodiversity at Home.